What up, mathematicians? This is the calculator section for the quadratics functions unit. This is a mock, so your assessment, your criterion A will only be a criterion A, no criterion C. And this is sort of what you should expect in formatting and timing. They won't be exactly the same questions, but you'll get the drift. They will have all of these formulas exactly like you see on the front of your packet. And you'll have to be able to figure out like, oh, this one's quadratic formula. Oh, this is axis of symmetry. These are the factored form, standard form, vertex form, etc., amongst some other things that maybe you want to use, maybe you don't. So for this first section, this is how the calculator component might look. So water balloon thrown into the air. Of course, that's some seventh graders. Sketch a picture, it never hurts, right? So there's your lob of your water balloon, and I'm not exactly sure what it looks like, but it helps just to make a little sketch. This says, what's the height of the water balloon at time 0? Well, time 0 means put 0 in for this and this. So this becomes -5. So height based at time 0 is -5, 0 squared, plus 50 times 0, plus 10. Lo and behold, it's 10. It's always that C value. So this point is 10. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Now it says, like, what time will it be at its maximum height? Well, we can go find the maximum. If we punch in, get rid of those. You can find the maximum manually, and that's fine, but I want you to also be able to do it digitally. So we're going to put this into our calculator. So you go to y equals, and then we're going to use this negative button. Don't use this minus, so use -5x, this guy's the x, squared, plus 50x, plus 10. And when you graph it, who knows what it's going to look like, right? That looks terrible. Maybe we want to change our window a little bit. So go to window, and this is where you have to monkey around with it. X is in terms of time. So maybe let's go -1, because -1 second will help me see the vertical asymptote here, or the vertical axis. And 10 seconds, that's just probably as far as long as you can throw something. So let's leave it at 10. Y is height. So like the minimum height, let's go -1 because this thing won't go underground. And it's already starting at 10 meters apparently. I guess we're high up in the air. So let's go above it. Let's go to like 60 and see what happens. Whoop, too much. We should be able to see it come back down. So let's adjust it. Let's go a little more X. So let's go to 15. And the Y maximum, let's go to, I don't know, 100. It doesn't hurt to be a little too high. Oh, it goes even above that. So a little trial and error, no big deal. Let's go to 150. Don't be afraid to go too large. Scale means how often do you see one of these tick marks? So let's see one every 10. And now this side looks a little better. So now we're looking for that maximum. So when is it at its maximum? You can say second calculate. We're going to calculate a maximum. Number 4. Hit enter. And it says left bound. It means put me on the left side of that maximum. So use the side to side arrows, hit enter, over to the other side. Right bound means put me on the right side of that maximum, hit enter, and then guess, you can if you'd like. So its maximum is 5. There's a bunch of zeros, but it's getting as close to 5 as it can, comma 135. So that 5, the first 5 is time. So at time equals 5, the height will be 135 meters, right? We might call that h of 5 equals 135. Now, this one we've done with the exponentials unit. They said at what 2 times will the cannonball be 20 meters above the ground? Add in a horizontal line at 20. So y equals, add in 20, and here it comes zipping across. And so now we can find the intersection when this height is at 20. So calculate an intersection. It says first curve. We're going to have to do this operation 2 times. So the first curve means I'm on the blue, get close to the intersection you want. So we'll do this intersection, hit enter. It says second curve. Now notice that I'm on the red curve, the red line, and we're trying to find the exact same spot. So hit enter, and then guess, hit enter again. So 20 meters, that happens at 0.204 seconds. So when time equals 0.024 seconds. And the other one is going to happen on the other intersection, which will happen over here. So we have to say second calculate, intersect, and it'll say first curve. We can do it again. Oops. Drag it up and over. So we're looking for this other point over here. First curve, yep. Okay, now we're on the red curve. Get close, yep. Guess, hit enter again. So the other one is at 9.79 seconds. So those are our 2 times that it will be, the cannonball will be at 20 meters above the ground. So for our last trick with this, we want to find a function for this graphed parabola. We're going to do the same thing we did with in class when we were doing the modeling. We're going to put in the x and y value, x and y value, x and y value. We might have to hit second quit, go into statistics and edit, and we're going to clear anything out of here. You can hit delete, 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 or you can go up, hit clear, go down. Right, same thing. Go over for L2, delete, delete, whatever. You can delete all of them that way, but you can also clear it by going up. See, it's up into L2, clear, and down. If you don't have an L2, I'd be happy to reset the memory. You have to do this though. You say second, you can say second quit. You can do it yourself. Say second memory, go down to 7, which is reset. You hit all RAM, go down to reset, and it just changes it back to default settings for you. Now you can go back into stats and edit and go from there. We're going to put all of these x values in list 1, so -4. Don't use this minus, use the negative. -1, -2. And then the corresponding y values. So the 12 is with the y, so it should go next to the y. And the 6 is with the -1, so it should go with the -1 and 4. Now, once we have those in there, go back to stats, go over to calculate. This is a quadratic. The reg means regression. It's like an equation. So hit enter. It says my x's are in L1, my y's are in L2. Make sure there's nothing here and nothing there. If there is like a 5 or something weird, delete it. Go down to calculate and then hit enter. Bam. Yours might have an R value down there. In our assessment, we're not interested in the R value. So this quadratic that we're going to be working with will be y equals, the a is 2, so 2x squared plus 8x plus 12. Cool. And, oh shoot, I didn't write down my intersections. Oh, it's gone. Never mind. Great, so that's the calculator portion. Now, I'm going to obviously change this, and probably, this is a level 1 too, so it'll be something like that. Maximum height you can do by hand, but I want you to be able to do it with a calculator, and I'll change this around. But these are calculator skills that I really want you to have, useful in science and chemistry and mathematics. Cool, so there's the calculator part.